Here we are on the west side of Manhattan at 73rd Street in West End. We're going to do something a little different today. Let's take a right here. Pardon this creaking noise. The front left dashboard, that should go away. That started about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. This car's about 4 years old, a little less than 4 years. And has over 50,000 miles on it. So no excuse for Tesla, I should say. All right, let's go. So we have a few waypoints where the car is going to automatically stop, just because I didn't want to go right on the highway immediately. Gets by this double parked car beautifully. Going too close to that other car. It thinks it's in a lane when it's not, so I'm going to disengage. Those yellow lines were very, very faint. Heading up West End Avenue, we're going to take a right on 84th Street. Okay, we're going to take a right here. Let's see how fast we go. This car's waiting, and we make that turn. On 84th Street, we're passing Amsterdam. Sorry, Broadway, then Amsterdam. We're going to take a left on Amsterdam after the first waypoint, so I will need to disengage at that time. Swerving back and forth here. Okay, we'll take a left here. Moves away from that pedestrian. It's a little bit paralyzed here. Cars behind me are waiting, so I'm going to have to give it a nudge. And this is our first waypoint, so I will disengage. Okay, we're back on. It's very slow. There's a truck behind me, so I had to disengage. It's going to go around in a circle here just to get back on to the next route, and it does not want to go because of this pedestrian. He's on his phone, very reasonable of the car. Disengagement. And you can see these more aggressive drivers. Okay. I'm gonna make a circle here. There is no lane line here, so even though it's showing one. Saw that double parked car, beautiful. It's gonna take a right here on Columbus. Now there is a solid line, but it doesn't mind sneaking in here. That's excellent. Someone opening their door. So this car opened the passenger door and turned blue as an object to focus on. Let's see what happens with this bus. There he goes. These quick cut-ins have been an issue. In this case, it's not a quick cut-in, but the cut-ins that are very close to the car have been an issue. So it's trying to get around the bus, so we had to disengage. That's very close, gee, okay. So apparently in the new version that will get better. These cut-ins from very nearby the car are obviously crucial when you're driving in Manhattan to avoid. And buses will always do that. This happens all the time where I have to disengage for a bus going in front of me. It gets tricked very easily. It's full of false positives, which is poor precision in machine learning language. It focuses more on recall, which is in testing language would be the sensitivity, which is true positives divided by true positives plus false negatives. So it's good with avoiding false negatives. That would be like hitting a pedestrian. Okay, there's a car behind me, so hopefully it will do this turn quickly enough. Go. Go. Alright, there's a bunch of people beeping behind me, so I had to give it an acceleration. Okay, now we're on Broadway and 107th, heading towards Columbia University, and then we'll get on the highway. Up speed nicely. I'm going to lower the maximum speed. Alright, smooth sailing hopefully up to 116th, 5 blocks from here. We'll take a left, a third of a mile. So 20 blocks in New York City is 1 mile. Okay, it has to get around this car. It's going very slow. Too slow. Go, go. Alright. These people are going through the red light. There's Tom's Restaurant, I guess, seen in Seinfeld, right there on the northeast corner of 112th and Broadway. Suzanne Vega called it Tom's Diner, I think. Got a creakety old car here, only 4 years old, not even. Runs beautifully though. I've pretty much done no maintenance. I've changed the washer fluid twice and changed one set of tires. I'm almost ready for a new set of tires. That's it. Beautiful turn. Now, take that back. Take that back. Wow. Okay. Stopped for the waypoint. Riverside Drive, Hudson River in front of us, stops abruptly. Not sure why it doesn't know that it needs to turn right. It should get over to the right lane, but it's not. Okay, the light's green and it's not moving. Go ahead and push it. There we go. So I don't expect this to get much better in New York City with the 12.3 upgrade. Hopefully, it's going to have to move away from this car. Very nice. You know, one can expect maybe some regressions on the highway with the next version. How much it's going to improve on the city streets. It's going to start recognizing school buses. That's good, because behavior there has to be different. Improvements in recall or sensitivity, fewer false positives. Okay, this guy wants us to. Oh, that was good. And actually realized that the pedestrian wasn't going. Sorry, should have said fear of false negatives. That was actually very good. It didn't get paralyzed when that gentleman was crossing the street, because it had seen that his velocity had gone near zero to let the car through. Excellent. So these little tweaks, things improve very gradually in an environment like this. Flashing yellow light, no problem, good. Didn't mind that at all. Let's pick up the speed. Okay. Needs to get in the left lane, go. There's a taxi behind us, so we had to didn't move quick enough. Good. We're going around the block because the entrance of the highway is 1 block south. So that's excellent. I recognize those cars as double parked. You can see there's no red light. Brake lights on. Definitely an improvement. Why it stopped here, I don't know. So we'll give it a nudge. Okay, go. Okay. It's like on training wheels, literally. Well, interesting, good. Didn't have to go that far over, but because it has to come all the way back now, so I'm gonna take control before I. Okay. I do want to get to the destination at some point, so that's another disengagement. It should be able to predict the velocity of the jaywalker a little better, that it doesn't slow down so much. But again, it's always more concerned with recall. Okay, so we're going to get on the I have to give it there's someone right behind me, so not sure why it slowed down there. Now it's got a stop sign. No one else is stopping, but we are. Good. Tesla, okay, fine. And we'll get on the West Side Highway. Once we get on, it will change back to the original 4-year-old highway stack. Until past the George Washington Bridge, New Jersey side. Okay, let's see how it does here. Gotta yield. There's no one to my left. It should get in the left lane. It's gonna have no choice now. Alright, I'm gonna take over, going over garbage. So I'll have to look at the video. It changed to the highway stack probably right before then. So that we'll try to do that again next weekend, or whenever I get the 11.3 and see if that's fixed. Wants me to get in the middle lane, so since we're on the old stack, that I do manually by pressing the stalk. To get on the either go right or go left. It's going to go left to get on the bridge. Now this will be hopefully automated for the next version. But right now, I'm gonna put the left stalk, and it still won't go, though, I don't think. Very slow. Won't get over. So I'm gonna take over. So hopefully that will work with the unified software. Essentially FSD going onto the highway. It won't give that annoying move away from cones, hopefully, because I want to stay in this lane. It's also going to have better visibility with these very wide turns compared to the present FSD. The lines get very confusing here. Let's see if very good. So it was a high bar to try to duplicate this get some room here. Okay, it's slowing down. Interesting. To help me get into the lane. Put my blinker on. Okay, so now we're in the correct lane. So that will hopefully be automated. Now, even though we're on a highway here, it will turn to FSD again shortly. From autopilot to stack. Just has to go straight here. Probably flip to FSD right when we get on Route 4. To Hackensack. Who needs a house there, you know? Oh, interesting. Swerving. We should just stay in this lane. Okay, we just switched to FSD. Alright, well, it's going in the wrong lane. Oh, it switched back to, so I'm gonna, let's see, maybe this may be okay. Switched back to the original highway stack. Okay, this is fine. Now back to FSD. So this is FSD on the highway. So I don't see any reason there'd be a regression here. It's perfectly fine. Doesn't see a need to change lanes, so it's staying steady right here. Now the waypoint is happening in 1/10 of a mile or so. Gets off nice aggressively, doesn't slow down too much. Fairleigh Dickinson University. I guess we're near the little tentative there, very tentative. And I may splice some of this out if it gets a little boring. Jumped the gun there. All right, left and right. Okay. Did a nice job there. let that car go and have the right of way. A little slow to get back up and running though, but that was good. Clearly we couldn't have fit through unless the other car pulled over. It snakes its way between the cars. There's no lines whatsoever on this two-way street. So we're heading back towards the Hudson River from the New Jersey side. I think we're in Englewood right now. And we're at our last waypoint. We'll head back to the city. Okay, just to make this sharp right. Okay, good. Needs to take a left here, so even though it's trying to go around this car, that's an incorrect move. Now it's going to go in front of the car. That would be horribly rude. No one's behind me. Okay, go. So that was an incorrect move. It doesn't stop the traffic control. It should move up. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not going up. I'm gonna have to do that manually because others might be trying to turn now from behind me. False positive door opening that didn't exist. Poor positive predictive value or precision. Should get in the his middle lane when it gets a chance, because we'll take a left in 0.3 of a mile. Serpentine. Nose needs to get over to the left. Now it's run out of time, so we're gonna miss this turn. Maybe, maybe not. There is a truck behind this car. There's not a lot of space to get in. 400 feet. 200 feet. Can it do it? Oh, I don't think so. Now it's going to take a right, so I'm going to take over. Okay. Had to take over. South, so actually it was right. Just got too close to that car. jumps into this left turn lane a little too quickly. I don't know what it's doing now. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's correct. So that was falsely going into the left lane prematurely. It's supposed to take a left here, but it's got a double yellow. It's looking very lost. I'm lost, so I can't help it out. Okay. There's a couple ways to go here, so I think it maybe missed a turn and then rerouted to an optional route. So we're not on the Palisades, we're on the Route 1 or 9, I believe, parallel to it. Why that beeped, I don't know. We just passed CNBC headquarters, or one of their headquarters. Okay, stop short. Go, go, go. Alright. Good. Oh, jeez. Whoa. Okay, back to highway stack. So none of these transitions will need to happen anymore. It's going too fast for a toll route. Let's slow it down. Okay, too fast. Didn't recognize the toll booth. See how it does merging here to one lane. It's gotten very good at this. The highway stack has changed a fair amount over the years. Would never in the past could it do this in 2019, late 2019. It would be so hesitant. So this has had some improvements. Here in New York State, we have, or at least in this area, Port Authority, New York and New Jersey, we have the Green Pass. So on weekends and weekdays before 4 p.m. it's $5.25 less to get over the bridge. I think it goes like $17 down to $11.75, something like that, or $18 down to $12.75. People may wonder how I charge my car in Manhattan. Well, my garage charges it for me every night for free, or whenever it needs charging. Which is a great bonus because I'm paying the same as someone else with a similar size car per month, which is very hefty amount, but another great perk that I was just lucky to get. There's starting to be a few scattered level 2 chargers around, but few and far between. Works quite well in traffic. For some reason it wants me to go into the next lane over on the left, even though this lane is perfectly fine, but I'll do that anyway. Probably provides a small advantage when we get off the bridge. Okay, it gets off nicely. This is called navigate on autopilot. The lines are screwed up because of the construction here, so I had to take over. Manhattan. A beautiful view of the Hudson River. Doesn't see bumps yet. Scary, these very wide turns. I would normally just drive this if I were not doing the video. I'm gonna get in the left lane. It's gonna have to merge with the right lane here. I'm not sure how it knows to do this, or if it does. Whether it just goes. Doesn't even see this lane here. The lines are very worn. Smooth sailing on the highway stack, although there's an interesting phenomenon coming up, which did not exist until about a year ago on the highway stack. Where the car thinks that there's a red light every time there's one of these, I guess these lines here, transverse lines that are there for the highway. It's essentially a bridge here. When it expands and contracts. So you see it says stopping for traffic control, and there's no stop sign or anything. I thought it was that lit billboard up there, which changes colors. It's not always red. It just wants to keep on stopping, so I have to keep on. Here we go again, stopping for no reason. This is a relatively new phenomenon. And then once you get off once the highway gets smooth, there's no longer a bridge like with those transverse rubber. It's fine. So hopefully that will be corrected. Me to get to the right lane, which I will do, because we're going to get off. Gotta get over to the right. This is not FSD, so I have to take over. Now we're on FSD, beta. Go down Riverside Drive. Very hesitant here. We have to get in the right lane. It knows it. Good. Go, go. Excellent. Give it a push. It's misplacing these cars. Interpreting them as in the road from that further distance. taking the next left. 2 blocks from here. The light. Let's see how it does. I can't see the other side, but it can. Good. Excellent turn. We'll take a left on Amsterdam and we'll be done for today. Okay. That's a problem. I had to take over. See if we can get in between this bus. Okay. I didn't see what faked it out there. There's an Ioniq to the right and a Tesla to the left. Yeah, we'll have the situation where the bus goes in front of us. Well, actually, it did it with that Tesla. Obviously, not on full self-drive. Clearly. Okay, we're gonna take a left here. Stop short for no reason. Okay, I gave it a push because the car refused to go with that woman crossing. Oh, that was too scary. No sense that it was going to stop, so I had to. Didn't want to test that. All right, well. We'll take a left on 89th Street, and that will be the end of our journey. Oh, it was able to find that little exit lane. It sometimes misses that, or used to. Very nice handling. Excellent. All right, so we'll probably put this ride back to back with 11.3. So we'll catch you when that version drops, probably within the next week or two at the latest. Take care.